You're tapped into another TKK exclusive, bringing you the hottest stories, talent, products, and entertainment from communities all around the world, just like you. This is another Cul-de-sac Crew exclusive. Yo, 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 it's your girl DJ E.C.P, aka Elena Charis from the Cul-de-sac Crew on TKK Radio. I'm bringing you another TKK exclusive, and tonight's guest comes from a world where artistry meets strategy. Please welcome the founder and CEO of HighLife Marketing and Entertainment, Big Chills.
What's up, y'all? What's up? Good evening.
Yo, yo, yo.
Here.
Good to have you tonight. Well, introduce yourself to the listeners.
How you doing? I'm Big Chill, CEO of HighLife Marketing Entertainment. We also have HighLife Entertainment West, which is the actual record label.
Okay.
Right, so, yeah.
You are multi-talented. Nice brand you got. I love the gear.
Thank you very
Looking
much.
really fresh over here.
Thank you.
And I noticed it has your name on it too.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, I'm Big Chill, so everybody in the organization, we try to personalize their gear. You know, like actually my president, which is Mo McCoy, he helped design this brand right here.
Yo, I love it. I love it because when you guys go out, you know, everyone's got the brand on.
We're in uniform, right?
You are in uniform, so you guys are leaving impressions, you know, people, you guys stand out in a crowd. And I love that because, look, it says HighLife Marketing. Right. So if you go through the door and you're not turning heads, then that's not the good marketing, right? Right?
Not at all. Not at all. You know, we try to leave a positive impression, though.
Yes.
You know, on everybody, so.
You do.
And the team is getting bigger and bigger every day.
It is. It keeps growing. You have big names on the brand, too. Talent like Boo Capone.
Boo Capone. We got Gemini. We got Prizzy Prince. You know, we got E. Finch out of South Carolina. You know, we got a host of comedians just coming on, too.
Yes.
So,
that's what's up.
We got Mo McCoy. He's an artist. I'm an artist.
And he's also does a lot with film, too, right?
Mo is great.
Yeah.
I'm talking about to tell you the truth, he's really HighLife Marketing Entertainment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. That's what's up. And I love that you are giving people the roses when they are here. You have appreciate.
You have to. I love everything, you know, until you give me a reason not to.
Absolutely.
You know.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Well, your name is Willie Bruce Jr.
Yes, ma'am.
But most of the industry knows you as Big Chill.
Big Chill. Been that way all my life.
Yeah. So tell me about that name and then where you got that.
Well, I'm laid back. So, you know, I chill. You know,
okay.
I don't fly off the coop and all that. I don't have no attitudes, none of that. You know, hey, it is what it is. Right? But I can also go to the right too, though. Or some people say to the left. I can go to the left too. I try not to when we can work it out. If we can't work it out, then we got to do what we got to do. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I do know you're very calm, very relaxed, you know, very well put together.
I can't hear.
And I'm sorry. We can hear you just fine.
Okay.
Just so you know, you sound crystal clear.
Okay.
But yeah, you know, I think it takes, you know, being a CEO or a leader like that, it does take a lot of being cool and calm and chill and collect.
Yeah, well, you got to deal with many individuals.
Right.
You know, in a sense, I'm kind of like a psychiatrist because in my past, I did a lot of prison time. And I have to know who I'm dealing with when you're on a yard of 1,000 men. You got to know who's the killers are. You got to know who's who. So you got to interact with different people and different mindsets, different attitudes, and you got to deal with them accordingly.
Now, you mentioned that you learned that in prison. Mm-hmm. So, you know, at what point was HighLife Marketing born?
Well, actually, I've always dreamed about owning a record label. I'm talking about from many years back, just having a bunch of successful artists up under the HighLife umbrella.
Right.
Right. So Mo and I, we went through 3 different companies before we came with HighLife. We went to Ace High Entertainment, Ace High Management, and then we came up with the HighLife. You know, and it was so catchy. I'm like, okay. So I told Mo, I said, look, you have to. I'm talking about Mo McCoy, the president, right? So, and Boo Capone, he's the vice president. And then we're working with everything, and we got a Carl 73 Live. That's my man. I love him so much, you know. So he's head of A&R.
Okay.
And he's doing a wonderful job. Every day he checks in with Chill, check this out, check this out. I'm like, okay, yeah, send him. You know, let's get it. But my dream started in prison.
Okay.
You know, just being the owner of success.
Right.
And helping people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Bringing people up.
Yeah.
Uplifting them. That's what I'm all about.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, I hear there's a lot of things, you know, going to prison. One thing that I learned was people's books. And, you know, be sure to put money on, you know.
Oh, that's important.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it depends on the person. If you're a bad person, then ain't nobody going to look out for you.
Right.
You know, if you was cool on the street and respect your family, respect your friends, respect your elders, you know, even them, the old lady down the block can contribute to helping you out.
Right.
You know, because if you ain't got no money, then you got to count on the 3 squares a day, which is the 3 square meals. Yeah, it's not nice. It's not.
Oh, no. That's probably definitely.
So, fortunately, I had my family.
Yeah.
You know, and they always had my back. And so I went in 87 and went to 2010.
Wow.
Right. I had a little 4-year break in between. Right. But on my first joke, my first prison sentence, we call it joked. Right. My mother, my father, they were born in 1920. Right. So they were old when they had me. I'm the youngest of 9 brothers and sisters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know, and I'll be 62 October the 8th.
Oh, okay. Another
In
October baby.
Yeah,
okay.
yes,
Okay, me
know.
and
So my father passed away in 94.
I'm sorry.
Right, and because I was affiliated with the Bloods, with 6 Deuce Brims out of L.A., they wouldn't let me go to the funeral. Right, so he died in 94, and 98, my mother passed away from, well, they say a broken heart. They've been together so many years, you know. So when she passed away, they wouldn't let me go to her funeral either because I was affiliated. So, you know, I had a lot of support from them, you know, and I ended up getting out in 2000, right? And she just couldn't hold on for that 2 more years.
Oh, man.
And it hurt me so much, but I wrote movies. Well, I wrote books.
Okay.
And actually, Mo McCoy has a film company, right, called Fireproof TV Films.
Right, yeah.
And he actually filmed 2 of my movies.
Okay.
One of them is The Kings of Credit,
Okay.
right, and the other one is Tit for Tat Baby.
Okay.
Right, so he filmed them. We're trying to shop them right now.
I was going to ask you, you know, when you were in prison, were you songwriting? Because, you know, you do a lot of stuff.
Not at all. I just started writing songs 2 years ago.
Okay.
2 years ago. I owned a trucking company, right, called B&B Carriers for Bruce and Bruce Carriers, right? So, and it was an LLC, and I had my own truck. Actually, I sold my truck to Freeway Rick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I sold it to him. That's my boy. I've been messing with Rick forever, you know. So I used to get real bored driving. I had a dedicated route going from the port of Long Beach to Phoenix, Arizona, and then from the port to Las Vegas.
Right.
From Long Beach to San Francisco. I did that 3 times a week. Right. So I was bored, and I learned from my nephew Hakeem Mohammed how to write songs. Right.
Oh, wow.
So my goal was to kill time. I would write 5 songs.
Wow.
Between the time it takes for me to pick the load up in San Pedro or Long Beach and run it to Arizona, Vegas, or San Francisco.
Wow.
Before I knew it, I had 350 songs.
No way.
Yeah.
Well, those are long drives.
I got the songs in the bank. and we're not even using them songs. So
Wow.
I got artists like Prizzy. I've written a whole album for Prizzy.
Right.
I mean, when it come out, it's gonna be slamming. Right, Gemini.
Right.
I got Gemini 109.
Now these are your artists on the HighLife
On the
roster.
HighLife label, yeah.
Right.
On the roster. Right. So me and Gemini, we had a conversation the other day. I said, I'm writing for Prizzy. I said, can I write for you? And surprisingly, he said, yeah.
Okay.
Because he got heat. He got heat.
He
But
does.
Prizzy got heat too, though.
Yes.
If I have to compare both of them, I got to put them on the what's that thing where you got to take a drink if you can't answer the question?
Oh.
Who's that? Is that Drink Champs?
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah. I got to take a drink on that.
But those two are kind of like fire and ice. It's like
Yeah.
one thing, they both have their own power. Like Gemini's kind of the fire, and
Yeah.
then Prizzy's kind of the ice.
Prizzy can be fired too, though.
Hey,
He's
ice can burn.
He's trying.
know?
Oh yeah, yeah. I agree with that. But both of them on the same level. Prizzy, we're focusing on the gospel aspect.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so what I try to do with him, I told him, I said, let's do this here. Let me help you write the gospel songs, but it's gonna be songs that can be played, that the homies is gonna love.
Right.
Even though it's gospel, it still got that swagger to it. So we agreed on that, and I said, and another thing we're gonna do, we're gonna create women empowerment songs.
That's wonderful.
Let a woman know how beautiful she is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let her know how much you love her.
Right. And you, again, taking different experiences in life and then incorporating them, working with artists that are so different. You're able to find that middle ground and work with different kinds of personalities and everything.
I got that in prison, though.
Yeah.
Dealing with all these different individuals.
Right.
Right. So I just have to find what floats your boat.
Right.
And then I'm going to try to make sure that we get that. We get it down just like you want it.
Right. And the music part, it didn't come until later on, right? In your life, or was that always a part?
That was 2 years ago.
Yeah. Okay. So
that's when I learned how to. I didn't
never
know how
beatboxing or nothing in the 80s, not that break dancing, nothing like that. No?
In the 80s, I was living a whole nother life in the 80s.
Yeah.
And I'm not proud of the life that I lived.
Right.
I'm not ashamed.
Right.
But I'm not proud. I was a womanizer, took advantage of women. You know what I'm saying? Got paid off women, and I don't even really want to even think about that.
Right.
That's why. I think that was my inspiration for writing women empowerment songs.
Right.
Because that I'm trying to give back and let them know, hey, I ain't that person no more.
Right.
So.
That's what's up.
Yeah, but I just learned how to write 2 years ago.
Okay, because I was curious, what kind of adjustments would you make, coming out from the prison element, and as far as technology, the way, now the cell phones are so much far advanced than when,
Oh yeah.
So how are you able to, with the brand and with HighLife Marketing, how are you able to remain innovative, especially when it comes to marketing and branding with technology, quickly changing all the time?
It's all about networking, right? I got a blessed team that I work with. I got a marketing superstar. I mention Mo a lot because he's really high life. I'm more of the investor.
Okay.
I make sure that HighLife evolves, that we can pay the bills. And Mo tell me every day, we got to pay this, we got to do this, right? But he's actually HighLife. I'm just a financier.
Well, you had a great advice already. Networking. You mentioned networking.
It's networking. It's all about it. It's all about. It's not about what you know. It's about who you know. And I honestly believe that all I need to know is what you into, what you got going on. And believe me, I'm one of the most connected individuals on earth. You know what I'm saying? So the networking side, like I say, Mo is good.
Right.
He's giving me innovative ideals every day. You know, okay, how about let's do this. Let's contact this person.
Yeah.
Right. So I said, okay, see who do I know that can contact this person, and I just have to go into my memory bank and see where we at. You know, but the networking is the key, though. You got to stay in tuned.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I was going to ask you what kind of tips and advice you had for independent artists, but I think that networking is one of the most important things that I think in today's technology too. It seems to be an element that, you know, these TikTokers and everyone kind of miss nowadays. They don't go out. They don't shake hands. They're not in person. Like I said, when you guys walk into a room, it's like it's a presence there, you know.
Right.
People want to come up. They want to shake your hand, you know, because and networking is such an important element, you know, to growing your brand. So I think that's a really excellent tip there.
Oh yeah, you got to stay relevant. You got to stay hustling.
Absolutely.
You know? And I try to support all my friends. They got something positive going on. You know, I don't even have to look at the post. I know that person, like Freeway. I've been knowing Freeway a long time.
I was going to ask, how did you get connected with him?
That's my man. On some other stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. On some other stuff, you know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about real decent individual. I love him. You know? And I share his content all the time. And he shared mine. That's just friendship.
Right.
Like you, every time I get something from you or I see something, I'm sharing it.
I love it.
Right? Because we got to network. We got to make it happen. You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Well, I'm curious, what advice, let's see, we've gone through so many of these questions that just so naturally that I have over here. Yeah. You know, we talked about, absolutely. We talked about, you know, growing up in Los Angeles.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
I came up in the 70s.
Okay, I was curious, you know, because going back to what you had mentioned before and talking about, you know a lot of people. You do know a lot of people. You know, I'm always, you know, I see HighLife Marketing everywhere. And when I say everywhere, I'm talking about everywhere. I mean, the other night you guys were with Pauly Shore. There was, I mean, all different kinds of people.
My team was.
Yeah. But that's what I think. You guys go, there's a large, this is a large brand. There's a lot of people out. Right. You know, they're still wearing your gear. They're still wearing the HighLife Marketing. That's how I can tell it's all connected. Now, people like Henry Tillman, the boxer, the gold medalist.
That's Unc, yeah. Unc been knowing me before I was born. He's my unofficial uncle.
Okay.
But he knew my family before I was born. You know, my cousin Terry and him, they were real tight, really tight.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
And that's just naturally just growing up where you grew up in and that kind of thing. Yeah,
you know, he like I say, back in the days, I was doing my hustling thing. You know, I was in the game, and he wanted to get me into boxing. I ain't got no time for that, man. I'm cool. I'm good. I'd rather just, you know what I'm saying, damn all them black eyes and broken noses. I'm cool on that.
That stuff's pretty serious.
Yeah, that's the pain game. You know, it takes a special kind of person to just deal with that every day.
Not me.
Every single day. That's what you get paid for, to get your nose broke.
Right. No.
Yeah, I'm cool.
That's the interviews for me, is just my sitting here. You know, I don't have to worry about any punches being thrown or anything like that.
Well, you know,
it's my style.
Henry, he actually beat Mike Tyson in the '84 Olympics.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then I think it was like '86 in Las Vegas.
Yeah,
Tyson had really found his ground and found out, you know, he found himself and became a knockout artist. You know? So just getting in a ring with somebody like Tyson, I got to take my hat off to you.
Right,
I'm not doing it.
Yeah, and Henry, you know, he's very nice too. Like you,
Oh, yeah.
you know, you introduced me, well, reintroduced me.
Right.
A long time ago, I interviewed him a long time ago
Right.
on another station, and you know, again, you know, going back to your brand and your character and your hustle, you know, everyone that I run into has nothing but positive things to say about you. You know, Boo came on a couple weeks ago. He had nothing but kind words.
No, that's my unofficial nephew. I've been knowing
Yeah.
Boo for a long time.
This is all family that
Yeah, well, everybody that knows me loves me, and I can say that honestly, you know, because if somebody, you know me, and I'm gonna be the same. I'm not like a light switch on and off. I'm the same every single day. So once you know that about me, if somebody has something negative to say about me, right? You're gonna be, no, that's not the Chill I know.
right.
Go on with that nonsense. You
Right.
know, I be telling people, if somebody say something negative about me, just slap the shit out of them. You know, I didn't mean to say that, but you
That's
know,
pretty
I meant
negative
that, though.
comment.
I meant that. I meant that. You know, just do what you got to do because they lying.
Right.
I don't.
Right.
I don't hurt people. I don't steal from people.
Right.
Right. I just love people until you give me a reason not to.
Right.
You got $1 million on your table, and I walk in your house. That's your money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not like that.
Absolutely.
And I mess with some heavyweights that know me. You know, so and they know the real. They know the real Chill.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, I want to get back into the music element, just as you as an artist, because I mean, we talked about the songwriting a little bit, and then you writing for other artists, kind of getting into that part.
Right.
But you've shown me videos of you you're the artist as well. So,
Oh yeah, I rap, and I got one video out. I got 350 songs, and I'm writing new songs every day, but only maybe 34 of them are recorded. Right, so I'm finding myself in that.
yeah.
It just came out the blue. But
Can we expect more of that this
course,
year
of
or
course,
this
yeah.
this year?
you're gonna see my name
Yeah.
on a lot of credits,
Yeah.
a whole lot of credits.
Now, who or how, as far as the music production side of that, are you producing your own music, or are you?
No.
Are you?
We have some dope producers. We got Malik. We got
Shout out to one.
Saga G. You know what I'm saying? And at Broke Boy Studios, right? We got my nephew Hakeem.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They call him Young Hawk, and he's actually my inspiration on, how I came about. He wanted me. He said, man, you was in the game. Can you just write a toast that I can put in this song?" And I'm like, "Okay, well, what you mean?" He said, "No, just from the game, from your aspect." And I did it. He said, "Man, Uncle, you need to start writing music." And that was 2 years ago.
Oh wow.
You
So
know,
you
yeah.
really just all the music just really, when
Just
you're
out
saying
of nowhere, just came
you
about.
literally mean, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
in all aspects of that, even being an artist yourself.
Right.
Now, what kind of artists are you looking to collaborate with? And then, do you have any producers on your bucket list?
Oh yeah, I would love to work with somebody like some greats like Babyface,
Oh, okay.
right? Like Pharrell Williams, Dr.
Pharrell.
Dre. I can go on forever. Who else? I'd like to work with.
What kind of music were you listening to growing up? Who?
Well, rap, and I was born in '62, and Al Green was in our house every day. I'm talking about his music, Al Green, and then as I got a little older, oh yeah, Al, the Temptations, the OJs, and my favorite was Teddy Pendergrass. And matter of fact, I was telling my artist Prizzy, nephew, right, that I wanna turn him into the next Teddy Pendergrass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna keep it clean because he is a gospel artist, but,
Right.
but I mean he got charisma. you know. And
Yes, he does.
yeah, you know, Gemini. He's on his own level.
Yes, he's
he's getting better every day.
Yes,
You know, and he's growing as a human being.
right.
You know, and you know that come with age.
Right. And now, if I correct me if I'm wrong, but he was just added to the West Coast Invasion
Yes.
as far as the
But
lineup
that
goes.
that was on him though. You
Okay.
know. He was invited, and then you know he had to think about it. So he thought
Okay.
about it.
He thought about it.
He called me big bro. He said, yeah, big bro, I want to be on it.
Okay.
I want to be on it because I was told he had some other engagements, and I'm like, okay, all right.
Well, tell us a little bit about the West Coast Invasion, because that's some event that's happening this summer, but not in the California region.
Yeah, well, it's going to be in Mo McCoy's hometown, which is Grand Rapids, Michigan, and it's I believe it's July 15th. You know, and we're going to have Freeway there, myself, Mo. We're going to have my brother, Big Red. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Big Red is big bouncer, bodyguard type.
Yes.
6'6". You know, with one of his hands is as big as both of mine together. You know, so we're going to have him, and
Okay.
and he tell jokes. We're going to have Boo Capone.
Okay.
We're going to have I want Culture, you know, Gemini's group. You got Gemini, Late Love, you
Right.
got Advantage, and we're trying to get Saga to come from behind the production, because Saga is bad.
Yeah.
Saga G, that boy got heat.
Yeah.
But he likes to stay behind the scenes,
Yeah.
and he's kind of like me.
Yeah,
Now,
he's
I'm a behind the
quiet,
scenes person.
but he's
Yeah.
really like an interesting brain to pick.
Oh yeah. He's a genius.
Right.
You know, he's one of the best producers I've ever seen, best engineers. Besides my partner, B. Scott.
B. Scott.
Yeah, you ever heard that name? B. Scott. He used to
No.
he used to be with Death Row. He was a
Oh.
producer for Death Row. I met him through Juvie, Travis Crates.
Okay.
You know, he's another dope producer.
Right. Well, I'm curious. You know, being the founder, the CEO of HighLife Marketing and Entertainment, you know, what do you look for when you're recruiting someone to your brand?
Well, for one, I look at their talent first, you know, and I got to hear what they're working with. Because I got an ear. I mean, I done had these young cats tell me I got an ear for music.
Right.
You know, and that's why I'm able, at 61 years old, to be able to work with these 25, 30-year-old artists. You know, so me, I look for first the talent, and then
Right.
I look at the person, their demeanor, their manner, and see if they're marketable. If we could sell them.
Right.
Because I don't care how much talent you got.
Right.
If you can't get along with nobody in the team, then I'm cool. I am good on that.
Right.
You know, but fortunately we have some dope artists.
Right.
You know, and my earpiece went out again.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I can hear you.
I'm glad.
It's back on now. Yeah, no, we have some really good artists, and we're looking for the overall package, right? Because with me, you can't be beautiful out on the outside and ugly on the inside.
Right.
You got to be both.
Right.
And we require that with the people that we deal with.
Right.
You know, you can't be just this super talented dude and giving us all kind of problems. We're not going in that direction.
Right, right.
Yeah.
I see a lot of people, you know, they just sign the young girl, you know, she is a beautiful, her music is, you know, cute and stuff, but then, you know, behind the scenes or on the Instagram stories, they're like, you know, giving everyone the finger and like posting always middle fingers, this middle finger,
All the
you
nonsense.
know, like,
That's nonsense.
yeah, like I would be more appreciative of your audience and, you know, considerate of that as well. I think that's great. There's a lot of integrity behind that.
I'm big on respect. I don't care if you like me. I don't give a damn. Right? But you're gonna respect me because it ain't no gray area. Ain't no in between.
Right.
In respect and disrespect.
Right.
It's either or. So, And
Right.
like I say, I demand mine.
Right. And how do you deal with situations where, there are those difficult talent? Like, how do you approach that?
What you say difficult talent?
Yeah, you guys meet. You're a large group. You go out to events and stuff. So I'm sure you rub elbows with big names and things like that. So I'm sure that a lot of egos can come through and things like that too.
Leave your ego at the door.
Yeah.
I don't care if you Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna respect me.
Yeah.
Or otherwise, we're gonna have a problem.
Right.
We're gonna have a problem. Check your ego at the door.
Yeah.
That's where the egos go. And I don't deal with egos. I don't bring an ego, and I don't deal with them. Not at all.
Right. Well, at any point, have there been any challenging situations with HighLife, and how were you able to overcome them? A lot of people are hurt. Their brands are hurt because of the pandemic. They took a hard blow, and with algorithms, you have to kind of reinvent the wheel.
Well, actually, during the pandemic, that's when I started writing.
Okay.
That's when I started writing, and I had a surgery back in 2015, and I was in Dallas, Texas. I was on a truck driver, but I had my own business though, right? So I'm delivering a load of AC Delco batteries to a distributor out in Dallas, and all of a sudden my colon erupted on me, and it felt like somebody, like from my navel down to my feet, right? It felt like somebody was just burning me with a big lighter.
No way.
Right, so they took me to the hospital and found out I had what they call diverticulitis, which is a inflammation in the colon where seeds are getting these little pockets and stuff. Right.
Ouch.
Luckily, I didn't have to have a colostomy bag. Right, but it was on my birthday.
Wow.
Right, and the doctor said, well, as soon as I parked the truck at the distributor, right, and I got out the truck is when I couldn't even walk. So the night guard came and said, man, you all right? I said, no, man, I got to call the ambulance. Right, they called the ambulance. They took me 5 miles away to Dallas Presbyterian Hospital. Right, and immediately started putting me on IV. In 4 days, they had to wait 4 days for my colon to calm down. But the doctor, Kate McElhine, right, so she says that if I wouldn't have got there, I had about another 45 minutes of life before I would have went into cardiac arrest. Right, so after that, I developed asthma.
Oh, wow.
And for a couple of years, right, so I'm writing on songs, and I'm on the computer, and my wife's, I can't finish the song because I'm running out of breath. And I'm having these asthma attacks, which is like panic attacks, right? So I saw specialist after specialist, and they did what they call a stress test on my heart. I'm laying down, and they got these IV things up in me, and they running this fluid through me, and it feel like I'm running 100 miles an hour. My heart is just pumping. They're trying to see what I could take, right? So, the test came out okay and all that. So I'm like, so why am I having these things? And then one day I'm trying to finish this lyric, and I can't because I'm out of breath. And then my wife handed me an inhaler. She said, baby, try this. And I tried it, and I was able to finish it. So I went to my doctor. I said, man, look, man, I saw you. I saw 5 specialists. Do I have asthma?
Right.
And so that's why every now and then, like, I probably hit the inhaler like maybe once a week.
Yeah.
I don't have to hit it every day.
Oh, wow.
But it's giving me that breath.
Wow.
But my mother had asthma, and so did my older brother.
Wow.
Right. So after that, I just started recording my songs. before that, I was writing songs,
Yeah.
right, in hopes to get them into the right hands for
Right.
other
Oh,
people.
no,
And
yeah.
then my wife was like, "Why you don't record it yourself?
Yeah.
Why are you giving your talent away?"
Oh, wow.
And I started doing it.
So you're actually recording your own music.
Yeah.
What are you using? Logic, Pro Tools,
Yeah, we do
Reason?
both.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Okay.
so this is what I do. Right. I got a walk-in closet, and that's my studio.
That is the best
Right.
studio. When
Yeah.
you go into walk-in closet,
Yeah, that's my studio. You see clothes hanging all over the place, shoes, and then
That's what is it? Not isolation, installation, right?
yeah. Oh, it's insulated and everything. I got it hooked up like a studio.
Right.
But so I'll get on Logic
Yeah.
and I'll record, right? Mm-hmm. And then when I'm ready to bring the music out, I would take it to Saga G or some other engineer.
Right.
Because I don't know how to do all the mixing and mastering.
Oh,
I'm
right.
good enough to record, but you got to get a really rough
track,
draft.
yeah. Oh, that's awesome. So you kind of even dabble in that, a jack of all trades, so to speak. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
I am that.
Well, let's talk a little bit more about the film part. Because you said you wrote 3.
Well, actually, I've written 5 scripts.
Okay.
Right, so 2 of them are books.
Oh, are there books? Okay.
2 of them are books, and then Mo McCoy with Fireproof TV Film. Mm-hmm. He turned them into movies, which we're trying to shop right now.
Okay. When you started filming, what was that experience like? You know, taking the text and then bringing it into life. Was that a surreal moment?
Oh yeah.
Was it overwhelming, or was it come naturally?
It was kind of overwhelming because I had never did nothing like that.
Yeah.
You know, so we were in Vegas for both films.
Okay.
Right. It was shot in Vegas, and we were all over Vegas. So I played the part of a Secret Service agent. You know, but keep in mind, I wrote the whole movie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was fun. Yeah, and that was actually my first time really being in front of a camera like that.
Okay.
You know, and it was something I had to get used to. I believe in stage fright. People don't understand it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I believe in it. But I try to overcome that. Like even this is kind of intimidating a little for me.
Man,
but
I wouldn't have even noticed that. No. I stutter over all this, but I do suffer from stage fright and it comes back from very early age.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's real.
They say that's the number one fear in the world.
Oh, really?
People fear stage fright more than dying, than death.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a cold
like
thing.
Speaking in front of people, yeah.
Yeah, and that's something that I'm getting used to.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I did my first script reading this year, which was a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. And so, but that was like, my first reading was when I gained a lot of respect for actors and everything, because it's not as easy as I thought it was. Mm-hmm. Just like I think people like Charlize Theron, she's a great actress. But looking at other actors and stuff, like
right.
Now I'm not as judgmental when it comes to film.
It takes a lot of courage.
It does, yeah.
To be able to get to actually more than 10 people.
Right.
To have more than 10 people looking at you while you talking and all, it takes a lot of courage.
Right.
So I got to take my hat off to all the actors, all the performers, whoever performed. Mo McCoy is a natural.
Yeah.
He's a natural. I mean, at the drop of a hat, I've seen him do it.
That's what's
I've
up.
recorded, but I haven't yet performed yet.
Uh-huh.
One of these days, maybe it'll happen.
All right.
But I know it's not all about me. I'm just having fun. At 61 years old, I'm about to be 62 in a couple of months. A few months.
Okay.
Right. I'm living the life.
You are. You're running a magnificent company, magnificent brand. As far as HighLife Marketing and Entertainment, you got the label. going. It's popping. You've got a great roster. You're working with extremely talented people. I think that's wonderful. As we begin to wrap up the interview and we're looking at 2024, you know, what can we expect from HighLife Marketing Experience? Because you have different kinds of elements, not just the music part. So tell us a little bit more.
Well, we got a clothing line that's it's actually out, you know, and we have a team working on the networks, you know what I'm saying, trying to get it out there.
Yeah.
You know, to highlight, like what you see right here. We even got our own tennis shoes.
Okay.
We got our own tennis shoes. We got our own sweatsuits. And we just really focusing on that aspect right there, trying to get the clothing thing going. You know, and with that, hey, the talent will come.
Right.
But right now, we're taking on new talent every day.
Yeah.
You know, but right now I'm focused on the talent that we got.
Right.
Trying to get them on stage where they need to be. You know what I'm saying? So they can do what they dream about.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's what's up. I love it. You know, if anyone wants to reach out to HighLife, you know, as far as the services go, you know, where can they find more about the brand?
Well, they just had to tap into HighLife Marketing Ent, you know, on Instagram, and we'll reach out to them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
And
HighLife Marketing Ent on Instagram, not entertainment.
right.
Right, because you're going to get
ENT.
something different.
Something okay.
Yeah.
And you know, what kind of services do you offer for the public and
New artists.
yeah.
So, well, we got the clothing line, of course, right?
Right.
We got marketing, you know, we got photo shoots,
Okay.
you know, and just a host of other things, you know, related to developing their brand.
Okay, yeah, I've seen music videos too.
Oh yeah, we got everybody got their own videos, stuff
Yeah.
like that. We shoot video. We got companies that we deal with, you know. We got cameras.
Yeah.
And then we got a
Camera crews.
Yeah, we got Carl 73 Live. He comes with a whole network.
Right.
And I mean, he's on the spot. That's he's head of A&R. But I
Okay,
mean,
yeah.
you know, he just sent me something today. Well, he just told me something today, and I'm waiting on him to send it to me. Where HighLife Marketing is on the Channel 9 News.
Oh wow.
Doing what was he doing yesterday? It was a charity event.
Okay.
You know, and he happened to be there, you know, handing out food and stuff like that, and
Oh wow.
packages and stuff, and they
That's
filmed it on the
great.
news, and he had his HighLife gear on that. And I'm like, really, I can't wait to see that.
Okay. Yeah. And you also guys have a billboard going out
Oh,
around.
yeah,
that I saw too.
We run that for 2 weeks every month.
Okay.
So it's a little costly, but it's effective.
But when you see the green, you see the yellow, you see the black. It's
Oh, yeah.
it's HighLife Marketing and entertainment.
And it looks nice. I think it looks nice. It's catchy.
It does.
It stands out.
I could totally see, you know, I would really want to encourage you guys to do some type of reality show. I would love to see that.
That's in the works.
I think that's
We're working on that as
Oh,
we speak.
that would be
with
great.
Boo Capone.
Yeah.
You know, him and Mo McCoy, they getting together.
I think that would be great.
Yeah, you know.
Super interesting.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have a bunch of comedians in there too. So speaking of that, Boo Capone, he have Let Me Land TV. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And they do these little roasting comedy skits.
You've got it. You've got
yeah.
all the elements for one of the greatest reality shows, you know, like hip hop and was it Love and Hip Hop and, you know, things like that. You got the music element, you got your artists, you got, you know, the film, everything.
Oh yeah, that's all in one package.
Yo, it's
that's
right
HighLife,
there.
baby. You know
Yo,
what I'm saying?
HighLife Marketing and
Yeah.
entertainment here.
Yeah.
Well, I sure appreciate your time doing this TKK exclusive here.
Thank you for having me.
TKK Radio, the Coldest Act crew with a K.
With a K. Yeah.
With a K. You know, one more time, you know, tell us like a little bit about that West Coast invasion and where people can get tickets and whatnot.
Okay, so they can go to Eventbrite and they can purchase the tickets, right? We got DJ Nap, you know, that's putting it down out there right now, loving to death. You know what I'm saying? We already got Freeway locked in, so, and it's going to be some other dates after that on the East Coast.
Okay.
That we're gonna put it down. So we're gonna have fun. We're gonna have just a good time and get the clown on, and also, so Boo Capone, it's just, I forget how much it costs, right? For that we're charging people to try to roast Boo Capone.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
How fun.
Yeah. $25.
Okay.
It's $25.
So they get a little
yeah. So for $25, you can challenge Boo Capone to a roast.
Ooh.
Right, you better bring it because he coming with it for real.
He's gonna come. Yo.
I'm talking about on the spot. the boy's a fool. He's a natural clown, but he's a really good, decent individual too. Though.
He is, yes.
Yeah.
Wonderful. You know, we've gotten wonderful responses and feedback from that interview. Mm-hmm. You know, people just absolutely loved it. They loved the realness of it. As well.
You talking about Boo Capone's interview?
I
was here.
Yeah,
I was here for that.
Yeah, people really loved it.
Yeah,
it was great. And
I was crying.
I'm just glad he left me off the top, off the topics.
Yeah.
So that's the only part that was that I cared about.
You just let me know who you want to interview next, and just give me a name, and I might know that person or know somebody that know that person.
Okay.
And get them on in there. I know Henry Tillman coming in, right? And I would like to try to get Freeway in.
Do you know Rihanna? No,
I probably know some people that know her. You know, we can make it happen.
Excuse me.
We can make it.
Laughing at my own jokes here. Ha ha.
It's funny though.
All right. Well, you know, I Big Chill, I appreciate you. I appreciate you taking the time, driving out here to little old Lakewood.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
That's also.
I'm not far from here though.
Apart.
I'm not far from here.
Yeah, I seen you guys had some comedy events in Lakewood as well. So I think that's great. We're trying to come up here in this little town, but you know, I really appreciate this. This is a great interview. Everyone, I want you to go to HighLife Marketing
Ent.
Yes, check that out.
Yeah.
Learn about the brand. Learn about, hey, if you want to network, if you want to connect with people that are out there in Los Angeles who are involved with music, going to venues, shaking hands, meeting people, you know, people that are about it, not just talking about it on Instagram, taking a photo and then going and, you know, going back to their bed. No, these people are really out there. Their team is growing, and I just highly encourage you all to get connected with HighLife Marketing and Entertainment. Mm-hmm. And
just bring it. You know, whether you're in Los Angeles or anywhere in the United States. If you got talent, hey, submit it. Let's see what we're working with. You know, like I say, it's not what you know, it's who you know. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you know, I'm trying to. Well, before we go, I'm trying to get a hold of Harry O. Harry O. Oh, he loved me. Whenever he see me, he gonna give me a hug. All right. Well, you heard it here first on TKK Radio. Yeah. It is your girl, Elena Charis, a.k.a. DJ E.C.P. from the Cul-de-Sac crew. I'm here with TKK Exclusives. You know, we are bringing the hottest stories from all across the world right here in TKK Exclusives. Y'all have a wonderful night. You've just tuned in to another TKK Exclusive presented by TKK Radio, the Cul-de-Sac crew with a K.